So the question is, how can I use ChatGPT or similar tool to create a lesson plan? So this would be for teachers, professors, tutors, instructors, for any age really, like K-12, K through 12, excuse me, college, like, adult learners. It really doesn't matter. It's kind of the same idea. Like there's lesson plans for all levels. So let me go over to a whiteboard. I already have some stuff written out. So the idea is it's actually pretty straightforward. So if you just have to start with defining what you want, and that's obviously pretty general, but I have an example right underneath here. But if you define what you want, so it's like what type of thing we're talking about, lesson plans here, but you don't have to do a lesson plan. You can do a quiz. You could do a I don't know, discussion questions. You can do stuff for homework assignments. You can really do any kind of teaching material you can think of. But just define what you want. So in this case, a lesson plan. Define grade level. Define learning objectives. Define the duration. So if your classes are 30 minutes, your classes are 60 minutes. Or if you're doing something like a quiz or some kind of test, then maybe you're going to say the length. You want a 50-question quiz, and well, the subject, that might matter. And just any other little things that you would normally put in your lesson plan and in your teaching material. And then once you define what you want, then you're going to craft a prompt based off of what you want. And then review the prompt, edit the prompt if you need to, and if you have examples, put those in. So you can either have a lesson plan from, earlier lesson or a different class, or maybe you're working with someone else, another teacher, professor, or tutor, and they have a lesson plan. So if you have something to start with, you can either copy paste it into your prompt, or you can attach it to your prompt, just to give the model an idea of, hey, I like this, I don't like that. But I mean, that's really all you have to put in. And just look at some of the things I just mentioned, just like topic, grade level, learning objective, length / duration, format, details. You can just take this and make a template out of it, and you can just say, create a something. In this case, lesson plan. Create a lesson plan based off of the following information, and then start with this and just fill it out every time. So let me show you what that looks like. I will paste this in, and it's the same information. So this is create a lesson plan based off of the following information. Topic, let's do algebra. Grade level is 7th. Learning objectives, let's do order of operations. Length, it's a 1-hour class. Format, basic lesson plan, and then details. I want an introduction, interactive activities, and then a short assessment. Send that in. And there it is. I mean, again, you don't have to keep this as is, but this is now a starting point. It's probably a little bit better than just a blank sheet of paper or a blank screen. So it's like you can look at this and it's just like, okay, I like that introduction, so let's keep that, but I don't like these activities. So you can now follow up and say, hey, okay, let's change the activities to this other activity or this other thing. And that looks okay, and that looks okay. But I mean, this is really just the start of what can be a conversation. So you can just take these things and keep them as is, or edit them, say I like this, I don't like this, try again. Or maybe you just take this and you can output it to Canvas, so then you can edit it. So I can actually do that again just to show you what that looks like. So this is the same thing, and then I say output to Canvas, and now it's the same idea. It'll probably change some of it because that's just how the models work. But now when this is done, give it a second. Okay, so now this is done. And now what I can do is we can both. So I can edit this and then the model can edit this. So it's like if I actually, something changed and now the class is 2 hours, I can delete that and make it 2 hours. And I want the hook to be 5 minutes. It doesn't matter what I'm actually changing here, but the fact is I can actually change this now. And I can change stuff here either partially or completely. And then I can also come back over here and prompt ChatGPT to change something else. So I can ask to just change the introduction to something or just change this other section. But if you give it those parameters and then ask it to output to Canvas, now you can edit it along with the model and get a lot closer to whatever you're looking for. So give that a try. I think it works pretty well. And if you have questions or issues with it, leave a comment and let us know, and we'll see you in the next video.